Aloha! There are many beautiful destinations around the world, but this group of islands is very special and diverse. As you might have guessed, today we will talk about Hawaii, a favorite destination of many tourists around the world. A place that has beautiful sunsets and sunrises, comfortable temperature year-round. It is world famous for surfing and rich underwater life. Hawaii means the place of the gods or homeland. It is absolutely beautiful with its tropical forests, waterfalls, diverse beaches, and a number of activities available for tourists. Accommodation is suitable for any budget, from beach camping for a few tens of dollars a night to luxury hotels with infinity pools and impeccable service. Hawaii consists of 132 different islands, including 8 main islands: Hawaii, Maui, Oahu, Kauai, Molokai, Lanai, Niihau, and Koholalui, as well as its 124 islets, reefs, and shoals. These islands have been formed over the years by volcanic activity. And by the way, some volcanoes are still active there, and tours are available for those adventure seekers. Each island has its own uniqueness. For example, Oahu is the most populated island with over 950,000 people living there, majority of it's jammed around Honolulu. In comparison, the largest island of Hawaii, the Big Island, has a population of almost 190,000 people. And Oahu is 8 times smaller than the island of Hawaii. Maui is the second largest island in the Hawaiian chain. This island has 80 beaches with red, white, and black sand, as well as it has more miles of accessible beach than any other island. Haleakala, Maui's most famous volcano, is the largest dormant volcano in the world. The crater is 21 miles across and 4,000 feet deep. The largest Hawaiian island is called, you guessed it right, the Big Island. It is known for Mauna Kea, a dormant volcano that stands 4,200 meters above the sea level, but its biggest part is submerged under the sea, which makes it unique and the tallest mountain in the world, reaching a height of over 10,000 meters. Sorry, Mount Everest. Another volcano under the name of Kilauea is an active volcano that has been erupting for over 30 years, and because of that, each year the island grows by 42 acres annually. You can take an excursion by boat to see lava or to take a tour on land when the conditions are safe. For our trip, we chose beautiful and busy Oahu for our stay. We looked for our tickets in advance through an application called Hopper. That application monitors prices and sends you notifications when the best deals come up. We ended up getting our tickets for $560 per person, which could have been actually cheaper and under about $500 if we had acted on the deal right away. Another huge reason we decided on Oahu is that we got a place to stay there at our friend's house, right in the heart of Waikiki. Lucky, I say yes. Accommodation is available for any budget. Franchise hotels are all around the area. As well, you can get an apartment or a house for rent through sites like Airbnb. It's widely available. Oahu can be quite expensive to eat out. And normally, the best food is found at local shops that serve traditional Hawaiian food. Those jams are scattered around the area, but they're still worth trying if you can find them. Our plan was to visit and do as much as possible every day. We like being active, so we didn't want to look for places to eat throughout the day. We needed healthy food on the go, so we went grocery shopping, getting eggs, fresh fish for homemade poke bowls. By the way, that's a traditional Hawaiian meal, berries, and greens. That was more than enough for us. We also had occasional stops at shrimp trucks serving delicious, scrumptious shrimp scampi and fruit markets where you can get the best fresh fruit available to buy, such as pineapples, avocados, rambutans, oranges, papayas. Unbelievably delicious. Another reason why we knew we will love Oahu, it's for its activities. Hiking, surfing, snorkeling, shark tours, spearfishing, swimming in waterfalls, and swimming with turtles. What more can you ask for? Truly, there is so much to explore that you can be coming back and discovering new places every time. Oahu can be split into 5 parts: Honolulu, which is in the south, East Coast, West Coast, and the North Shore, as well as its central area. And we planned to visit it all. Kailua is a town on the east side of the island. It is known for its natural beauty and beaches. There is a Kailua Beach Park where you can come in and enjoy the day swimming, snorkeling, and sunbathing. There are a few reefs along the shore, so snorkeling is fun, with chances to see some cool species of fish, stingrays or green sea turtles. Also, as this side of the island tends to be windy, often you can see kite surfers riding the waves and doing all the cool tricks. You can watch from the beach or partake in the lesson with shops available right there. This was our first stop on the day we arrived. The sunset was beautiful and the water was warm and salty, exactly what we needed after a long flight. Hawaii is a dream come true destination and we were so happy to finally be here. Our adventures were about to begin. Makapu Point Lighthouse Trail. This was our second stop the following morning. It is considered an easy hike and is only located 30 minutes from Waikiki. It is used to be a dirt trail, but now it is paved to the top. It takes you about 30 to 45 minutes to get to the top, and you often see locals walking or jogging it up among the tourists. Since it is an easy and accessible hike, it tends to get quite busy 10 a.m. onwards. So we decided to go there for the sunrise. It is a great point to start the day and meet the sun rising from the ocean. The views are gorgeous, breathtaking, and picture perfect. You can see the cliffs below and the ocean stretching in front of you indefinitely. If you get lucky, you might even see whales or army ships or submarines passing through. After the lighthouse hike, we headed for some best snorkeling on the island, located on the west side of the island, Electric Beach. The name comes from an electric plant that is located right there. It outflows clean, warm water through 2 large pipes back into the ocean, which in turn attracts copious amounts of fish and sea life all around. Take a look for yourself. There, we got a chance to swim with large green sea turtles, saw an octopus, and had the chance to spearfish as well, getting ourselves red snapper for dinner. Next stop, Manoa Waterfalls. Hiking Manoa Falls was expected to be an easy one. The trail is quite popular due to its proximity to the city, so it is often busy with limited parking spots. Due to its lushness and trees like banyan tree, bamboo, eucalyptus, ginger plants, ferns, and hau trees, scenes from Jurassic Park and Hunger Games Catching Fire were filmed at Manoa Falls. The hike takes about 45 minutes to get up. The waterfall is 150 foot high and is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But there is no swimming in this one. It is recommended to wear proper footwear like running shoes, but choose something that can be washed afterwards. The hike gets extremely muddy and slippery, so you can come back with legs splattered in mud and shoes are absolutely brown. But don't be afraid, there is water to wash it all off. Our next stop is Waikiki. Next up was surfing at Waikiki, or at least attempting to do it at Waikiki is known for busy crowds year-round and waves available for beginners and those more experienced. You can meet many locals there, but you can distinguish those from the rest of the crowd playing in the white water pretty easily. Surf picks up with the swell. We planned for early mornings, but this time of the year, unfortunately, 6 a.m. was quite flat and it was only picking up by 8 a.m. But we were just so happy to be on the water, dangling our feet. For our next activity, we wanted to challenge ourselves. So we did, but timing happened to be unfortunate, as we met with our friend the evening before and the evening stretched, as it happens, for longer than expected. The following morning, we headed to conquer the tallest peak in Oahu, Mount Kala. It's only 7.2 miles long, there and back. It starts in the Wainea Valley, and where you're surrounded by jagged green ridges. The peak elevation is at 4,025 feet. The trail gets deep into a forest and gets you up high on the ridge with beautiful views around. The trail is pretty well maintained. That takes you through bamboo and tropical forests with macadamia nuts and lilikoi, or passion fruit as we all know it. About halfway through, you start getting ropes to assist you with the climb. 2/3 of the way, you get to a nice small plateau where we rested. Since we left around 12 p.m., we decided against hiking up all the way to the top. The last part of this trail was pretty much all ropes and steep climbs on muddy surfaces. We saw other tourists coming back with mud on their legs, butts, and hands. So we had a snack, enjoyed the view, and safely headed back. Lanikai is located next to Kailua Beach Park and Bellows Air Force Station. The station is a former important airfield during World War II and now serves as a recreational area. Activities such as sea kayaking, snorkeling, stand-up paddleboarding are available to participate in. Really, it's so hard to get bored here. But if you do get bored at the beach, there is a cool and short trail with 2 military bunkers in the end, featuring panoramic views of Lanikai Beach. You can look it up under its name, Lanikai Pillbox Hike. Last, but definitely not least, was our trip to swim with the sharks. This is something we longed for and were anxiously excited the morning off. The trip took off from the north part of the island, in a town called Halewa. It was about 12 of us on the boat, and the ride was pretty smooth, about 15 minutes into the spot in the ocean. You're put in a large metal cage with masks and snorkels and rails to hold on to. Once you're in the water, sharks come in, getting attracted by the sound of a can thrown in the water. If you thought about it, no, there was no food in that can. Those sharks were Galapagos sharks. There were 3 of them who came to visit and swim around. It was epic. Oh, and exciting to see these creatures in aquamarine blue waters. There was no bottom of the ocean beneath us, and we could see how they just came up and slowly drifted around. It was truly majestic. We stayed in the water for about 15 minutes. Our group was split into 2. So everyone had a good chance to enjoy the experience. If you ever thought about it, there are many tours available. Would you dare? And so, as it always happens, our trip came to an end. This was the last bit we did, with the plane taking us back to coldness, leaving sweet moments to savor until we travel again.